Is that the actual recording volume, or is that just the sound volume?
I don't know. What does that mean?
Like, is it recording at this volume, or is this just the volume that I hear me talking? It doesn't seem like it's changed any, so maybe it's recording.
Well, I'm Jason.
And I'm Jules.
And
we doing filmographies.
And tonight we're talking...
The Crow.
Wicked Prayer.
I got a wicked prayer.
Man, oh man, the final Crow.
Yeah, so far.
Oh yeah, there's supposed to be another one.
We will reconvene once the new one comes out.
Really? Okay. I mean, it has to be better than all of the sequels. Like, I don't know.
And we're going to record the episode while watching it in the theater.
Oh, people will like that. People will like us.
Yeah, I mean, if there were anybody else in the theater.
You like Edward Furlong?
Boy, I've liked him. I liked him in, I've probably gone on about this before, but I liked him in Animal Factory.
Okay.
And I never really cared for him much otherwise.
Animal Factories where Willem Dafoe uses whatever to make it seem like it's poop, and then he's eating it, and they think he's gone crazy.
I think so, and it's also where...
Is it chunky peanut butter or something?
Yeah, and Tom Arnold licks his finger and puts it up Edward Furlong's butthole.
Is it his thumb?
Forcibly. It is his thumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Edward Furlong a lot.
Did you? Yeah.
I saw him in T2.
See, I didn't like him in there.
And then, but were you little? I saw him when I was little, so I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but
man.
even now, I mean, even then, and especially now.
Yeah, now, sure. I also liked him in Pet Sematary 2.
Oh, that's right.
Pet Sematary 2 with Anthony Edwards.
Really?
Kid from Salute Your Shorts, Budnick.
Wow, I don't know if I saw that, actually.
Clancy Brown.
Boy, I want to say that I've seen it, but
Question.
I don't know if I have.
Finish my sentence, and we'll find out if you've seen it.
Okay.
Sometimes dead is...
Dead.
Correct. You've definitely seen Pet Sematary 1 and 2.
I wasn't questioning my having witnessed the first one.
Yeah, I know.
Just so you know.
You probably saw the remake, too.
And that's also, I mean, that's like, who wouldn't get that right?
I know.
Come on, dude. Don't be April 3rd and me.
Listen, I also really liked Edward Furlong in Brain Scan.
I don't know that.
That came out in like 94. It's like a bad guy in a video game or something.
Oh.
Comes out in the real world. I don't even remember what happens. I think maybe he kills people and Furlong's getting blamed for it.
Oh, weird.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Like a Freddy thing?
I guess.
Yeah.
But it's Brain Scan.
Well, so this, 2005, filmed in 2003. This definitely feels, I mean, being familiar with him now, you forget how good he looked when he was younger and healthier.
Furlong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he was pretty good looking in here, you know?
Yeah. I liked him until he became the Crow. Should we listen to our audio real quick?
Sure.
When do you want to do the shot?
Let's do it whenever, man. Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Do it in my belly button.
No.
I'm just keeping it going.
Yeah, I mean that's what you should do. Do you want to do double peach? Do you want an apple? Do you want?
It's double peach?
Kentucky Fire. No, I mean we have 2 peaches, 1 apple, and a fire. Fire.
Let's do the peach.
Fire.
You want to do the fire?
No.
Look at that.
That was a terrible throw.
I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, good job.
You fricko.
Tom Holland. Sure.
Yeah, fricko sicko. This movie confused me in a number of ways. And mostly because I'm culturally inept.
What? Are you of like the Navajo ways? Are they Navajo?
No.
What are they?
Well,
not say?
They're Aztec.
Oh yeah, shit.
Right? So when we meet Lily...
Because they're Aztecs?
Yes. Ding! Because when we meet Lily, I'm like, oh, yeah, she's not Native American. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
Because, so she is Moroccan and Jewish, I think.
The actress?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually put a phonetic spelling of her name in the synopses for you.
Oh, we got to do the synopses.
Just so you know. But yeah, let's just, holy Christ. I'm like on top Mount Everest with this thing. Let's shoot it.
Fuck it. Fuck. Peach.
Reminds me of a week I spent one night in Georgia.
Yeah. Is it always on your mind?
Yeah. Here's your shooters, boys. Put your guns away, huh?
I like how it's nice and peachy, but then it sounds like...
Yeah, I really can't do anything to help with that isopropylene alcohol aftertaste.
Clean things with it. The Crow, Wicked Prayer. Ex-con Jimmy Cuervo, Edward Furlong, is planning to propose to his girlfriend, Lily. Emmanuel Shrieky, local hunk Luke Crash, David Boreanaz, and his band of merry horsemen of the apocalypse crash the shindig and murder Jimmy and Lily while jumpstarting Luke's plan to become the devil himself. Returning from the grave, Jimmy is now the Crow. And you can pretty much guess how this turns out. Unlike the Crow at all.
So, yeah, I put on there, returns from the grave.
Because he comes out of the refrigerator?
And not only that, but actually, Tito Ortiz's mother's refrigerator.
What?
Yeah. The character Tito Ortiz.
Who's Tito Ortiz?
I think so War is the guy from The Matrix.
Yeah.
Pestilence is the Asian guy that wants to be an American cowboy.
Yeah.
Death is Angel.
David Boreanaz.
Boreanaz. Even though he's also going to be the devil. It doesn't make sense. You can't be the leader. I mean, Death, I guess, technically, whatever. So what does that leave? Wrath? Pestilence, War, Death, and Wrath.
Yeah.
Tito Ortiz, who was an MMA fighter.
No, is that
the balder guy.
That's why I vaguely know his name.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And there's another Ortiz in there. Yeah, so when they bring their body to the dump, for whatever reason, they're like, yeah, let's put it in this, both of them in this refrigerator. And Tito Ortiz stops and he goes,
shit, that's the freezer Mom used to lock me up in. She'd say it's damnation in there. You ain't ever coming out.
And spray painted on the door, it says, I love Mom or something.
What the fuck? You die in there? What do you mean she locks you in there?
You'd think you would just know that. How did that refrigerator get there? I would assume he dumped it.
Yeah.
Cleaned out his mom's whatever because she did.
Is Pestilence dying of some sort of affliction?
Mm-hmm. He's got terminal cancer.
They say that, or it's just on his little placard?
His splash page intro.
I don't think they say cancer, though.
No, they don't. They just say
terminal.
Condition terminal.
Yeah.
I hated that.
Oh, it's awful.
Because A, it doesn't really fit, but B, it's one of those things where they don't follow any format. It's just like revenge, yes, please, but nobody else has a revenge line item. It's just like, dossier typically follows a format, history, family, whatever.
Are you sure there's not a button you press that makes that scroll go away? Yep,
there it is. We just ruined it. I'll get it out of there.
Yeah, I know.
Don't worry about that.
You're a master. Hey, guy. You're a master.
I'm a masturbator.
Okay, so this movie.
Yeah. So like I was saying, when we first meet Lily, I'm like, oh man, she's like Hispanic or something. But I think she's Moroccan and French Canadian.
In real life.
In real life.
But in this movie,
I don't know if Aztec is the right term. That sort of seems like it was
I don't think that they're still around.
That's what I mean. Like it was a dynasty of some sort that...
It's the Boops all over again.
But they go... Because Tito Ortiz, he's half Native American and half Aztec or Mexican, I guess, since Aztecs were in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
It's weird because they're like... There's the main drag of the town...
It's Mexico.
You're totally right.
Thank you.
There's a main street that runs through the town. Apparently on one side is a reservation and the other side is Mexico?
What?
Or
I think just
Hispanic?
Wouldn't it just be white? No?
Nobody there is white.
Oh, that's a good point.
Except for Eric Boreanaz and what's her face?
Tara Reid?
Tara Reid.
Tara?
Who, boy. She's never been good.
Right. Well, I mean, it's American Pie. She hit at the right moment. We all thought she was cute.
I never saw that movie.
Oh, really?
And I didn't even realize she was in there.
Oh, that's why she's famous.
Interesting.
And then she was able to ride that out into The Crow, Wicked Prayer.
So the movie starts, and Jimmy Cuervo, by the way, Cuervo?
Yeah.
Spanish for crow.
Raven.
Is it really?
Apparently.
So Jose Cuervo is...
It's Joe Crow.
Man, did some white people come up with that?
Interestingly enough, this was based on the Crow Wicked Prayer novel.
Is that, wait, not graphic novel?
Not graphic novel. This is like extended universe shit.
Not James O'Barr?
No. James O'Barr is, of course, credited because he created The Crow.
Yeah.
But this was like a paperback book.
Do people like it?
I honestly never heard of it.
Did you read it?
No. I found a
read it
copy, but it was like, I didn't want to order it because I would have not received it in time.
Then you would have read it all before we recorded if you got it?
I would have tried.
Oh, wow.
At least enough to get an idea of what the hell they were thinking. I will say the guy who wrote the screenplay and directed this.
Yeah. Oh, he wrote it and directed it?
Lance Mungia.
Uh-huh. What else did he do?
Six String Samurai.
If I were you, I'd run!
If you were me, you'd be good looking.
Oh, isn't that like the funny movie?
It's quirky. It's like a Buddy Holly Elvis type walking around a desert nomad post-apocalypse with a six-string guitar fighting mutants and shit.
Should have watched that instead.
It's like an American El Mariachi in its scope and kind of cult.
Kind of sounds like Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD.
He is crazy. He is confused. And he is turning Japanese.
Regrettable twist of fate.
Could be. He didn't really do much after this.
Oh, really? This shut things down?
And oddly enough, I didn't get his name. The bartender in this movie who pulls out a shotgun when Jimmy's trying to electrocute Pestilence with a bug zapper.
The old gray guy?
Yeah, he's the stunt coordinator for this and also Crow Salvation.
Oh, good thing they brought him back.
And not only that, this was filmed entirely apparently in Salt Lake City.
Nice.
Which is also where they filmed Crow Salvation.
Pretty cool, man. So 5 years later, everybody gets to enjoy the crew. Crow Crew is coming back.
What did you think of Damon John's performance as Proudfoot Joe?
Yeah, it's real bad. I mean, it's fine when he's just driving the hearse.
Kind of. He's not really hitting that joint in an appropriate fashion.
Well, I forgot that he was smoking weed. Yeah. How about when he's eating and walking the body through?
How about when he's running down the road and he can barely run?
It's that fake weird run?
Yeah, like he's doing an in-place run.
Dude,
How about when he's laying dead on the floor in the cathedral and his eyes are wide open? And he's trying his damnedest not to breathe.
Yeah, I was staring at him waiting to see his chest go up and down.
It seems kind of odd that he's so predominantly featured in this movie, isn't it?
Well, it's because he's a producer.
No, he's an executive producer.
He tells people that he produced The Crow.
Nice.
People say, no, you produced
Hang on there, Damon.
Wicked Salvation.
What the hell's wrong with your name spelling also? So, let me see. Do I have any? Of course, Dimension Films.
I called it Wicked Salvation.
I'm about it. Speaking of salvation.
Yeah?
This movie got a token 1 week release on one screen before going directly to DVD. Didn't say.
Here in St. Paul?
Yeah. Actually, it was just in my backyard.
Oh, very good.
Uh-huh. Apparently not apparently. There are repeated references to Lily as a blue-eyed Indian. When they do a close-up, she has brown eyes. This movie's weird because...
Bad? You mean bad? Did you mean bad?
It's a Crow movie.
Yeah.
But then it's also like a Resurrecting the Devil movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense why he wants to be the devil, and then there's a crow.
And also, why is the Crow so whack? And why is it with each movie the Crow does less interesting kills to the point where he's almost Steven Seagal fighting in this movie? It's nothing cool happens. I thought at least the violence would be cool.
No, it's terrible.
It's gotten so much worse with each movie.
A lot of flying around.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they repurposed a lot of the close-ups of the Crow from the first movie.
Yeah.
The eyeball, yes.
The Bug Zapper death is maybe the best of them, and it's so terrible.
Well, he doesn't die from it, though. He snaps his neck.
Oh, man.
He's just zapping him. Also, the celebration is called the Raven Fest.
Yeah, what's up with that?
And he wears a raven costume. It's like Jimmy Cuervo. He's got a shirt that's got feathers on it. But he mentions earlier that he had previously went to a Raven Fest and something had transpired that he did not jibe with.
I'm very unclear on some things in this movie.
Okay.
Let's keep trucking.
Yeah. So it starts, Jimmy loves Lily. He's an ex-con. He went to jail for murder.
Who did he kill?
They show that later. He killed a jock in high school who was getting fresh either with Lily or with some other random girl that Jimmy had apparently gone to prom with.
How did he kill him?
He beat him. He beat him with his fists.
Edward Furlong beat a man to death with his
football player who happened to be the son of the preacher that David Boreanaz kills.
And then brings back?
Jimmy brings him back.
Yeah.
But David kills him because apparently he killed David's father,
Yeah.
who was a preacher and is now pretending to be a preacher.
Yeah.
And he's got that wife
Yeah.
who cradles his body for what must be hours. Doesn't realize he's still breathing, which Jimmy points out. But that their son, he killed.
Wait, he was still breathing?
He goes,
was he alive the whole
your
time?
husband's still breathing. And she goes, huh?
I thought he brought him back. He
And
didn't?
then he brings him back. Or whatever. I don't even know, man. We don't see any wounds. We don't see any wounds close in this one.
They don't have the money.
No, they don't. It's pretty whack. The Crow also gets injured and almost killed like pretty early too. He also only hits Wrath in the head with a baseball bat, and it's unclear if he kills him. He just bonks him,
He's got that crow power.
I guess. So Jimmy's trying to date or be with Lily. He's an ex-con. Somebody spray painted on the side of his trailer, which also seems to be partially derelict, Engine Killer, and then they crossed it out and wrote Lover.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure the guy he killed wasn't native. Maybe he was.
You said there's no white people.
I guess. Although it seemed like the girl he was dating who was almost date raped was white, but I digress. Her brother is the sheriff, but only on the reservation side.
Yeah.
Benny or Danny or something. Tanner is his name.
And they don't want him on the res side? Is that what's up?
They just don't want him around.
Well, isn't he specifically supposed to stay on one side of the road in one of
Maybe.
the areas?
Well, I don't know, because he crosses the street and goes over to see her before midnight. And fucking, what's his name? Danny Trejo is her father.
Yeah.
Who's also a preacher.
Yeah.
Who does an unfortunate titty shake dance later in the movie.
Yeah, it's a bummer. To bring the crow back to life.
Right? It's the crow dance. Tanner goes, Dad, do your crow dance. I know they make fun of you, but now you got to do it.
I forgot to do
Help the crow, he says.
He's got to fight the devil. He needs all of his crow power back.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. So we get introduced to the three of the four horsemen who are, there's a local mine that's about to be shut down because it's been poisoning the reservation. And as a result, they're going to open up a casino. So Pestilence, Wrath, and Famine, because Famine is Ortiz. He's the food cart cooker.
Wait, doesn't he poison everybody?
He poisons a couple of people.
Does he kill them?
Apparently. Pestilence is driving around with a drum of something in his car that's leaking. He's just driving around leaking stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it's like
nuclear waste?
Oh, you think so? I was thinking it was like some sort of crazy bug poison or something.
Something. It's a fracking mine, so I'm not sure what the hell it would be. Slurry, maybe, but what's the other guy's name?
Marcus Chong.
Yeah.
Is War.
He is just walking around with a shotgun.
Is he not a security guard?
I think he worked there of some capacity. He took off a hard hat.
I don't understand when everything just starts popping off. Like, what is happening?
So that's just it. Apparently the mine, some people had died over the course of it being there, and now the natives want to shut it down, which would decimate the economy of the other demographic of folk that live there and work there, all of which we see 9 people at the protest.
Yeah.
And they just start blowing stuff up and shooting stuff. And then we jump to Angel, who's in a chain gang.
Yeah.
But inside of a small town.
Yeah, outside of a church.
Mm-hmm. It's unclear what they're even chaining or ganging.
No, because he just starts like running around.
Well, he's just standing there, but then we see
Tara Reid.
God, I'll never remember that. She's in a bell tower.
Yeah.
With a high-powered sniper rifle.
Ready to rock.
Oh, she's aiming. Is she going to shoot the cops?
She going to shoot those kids?
Is she going to shoot somebody? She shoots his chain.
Yep. Bust him loose.
Kind of feels like necessary, I suppose, but Jesus. So he busts loose and he beats up a cop, I think. The other one leaves to go respond to the fracas. And then they all convene at this church and they pour gasoline on the priest.
Is that gasoline I smell?
Is that not the same church?
No, it's completely different.
They all meet there? Like, I thought.
Well, it's the church that she was shooting from, but it's just a church as far as I can tell. Not the one later. That one feels like almost like it's in a strip mall or something.
Is it Devil Church?
It's just a church.
Okay.
And there's a priest.
Yeah.
You know, and then they light a match, but they don't actually light him on fire. And then he puts Tara Reid on top of the car and starts kissing her. Like, you want to marry me? She goes, hell yeah.
Doesn't he shoot the
He must.
priest?
It seems like a waste of gas to just...
Yeah.
So then we learn that they have a plan where she's got a book, but they can't read it. And it's somehow able to not resurrect, but put the devil in Angel's body, basically. There's some ritual that requires them to do it in a specific way and then have sex before the sun comes up, they say. So Jimmy's riding to go propose.
On his bicycle.
I noticed something weird. In his home, if you can call it that, on the refrigerator, it's completely bare, except for one Uno wild card.
Is he the wild card?
He must be. And he's Uno. Numero uno. So he got his nice little spiffy coat and shit. That ring is like massive, right?
I don't remember it.
We're talking like 12, 13 carats, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know what that even means, but it's big. Unless it's cubic zirconia, it's big. You remember the ring from the first movie? Had a little microscopic dot on it for a gem. Oh, Jesus Christ. You see what I'm working with here? It's enormous.
Okay.
Far beyond anything that he would be able to afford, or it would probably even be accessible if it were real in that podunk shithole of a town.
I'm really feeling shame about not noticing rings.
So he goes to start his car, but it don't work. So then he jumps on a lowrider bicycle and he's riding. He's got a bag full of scorpions.
What's up with the scorpion?
I don't know. They sell it at the store she works at for $1.
And some people eat them?
They apparently do, but he found one. He wakes up covered in feathers.
Yeah. Does he drink or something?
It seems that he's a drunkard, but that never comes up.
I mean, he must be to wake up on the floor of his house covered in feathers from a pillow
I
or
guess.
something he ripped up.
Unclear. So he's got his scorpions. He's got his ring attached to the baggie.
Why is he bringing the scorpions with?
Because he's going to use that to somehow propose to her.
Scorpions?
Yeah, he's got his ring attached to the little Ziploc with the scorps in it.
What the fuck?
And flowers.
You got to get this book.
I do. And so he gets ran off the road, and he does the stunt falling off the bike by her brother / sheriff, Tanner. And he's like, man, you are worthless. Leave my sister the fuck alone, bruh.
Better stay on your side of the road.
You know what I mean? You
Guilo?
Once it hits midnight, you better get the frick out of here. Uh-huh. And then Tanner just drives away, and he gets up and just goes to see her.
Okay. So a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
So far, the Furlong stuff is all right.
It is.
It's the best part of the movie so far.
Yeah.
The Horsemen of the Apocalypse is awful. Unbelievably awful.
Yeah.
I think you can hear that on the mic.
You should say that again.
Yeah.
It was this.
Oh.
Horsemen of the Apocalypse are terrible, you said.
Furlong is the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
The Horsemen of the Apocalypse are terrible.
Yes.
Her holding office over the... What do you say? Holding court with town?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the crow?
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
No.
Everything looks cheap. Edward Furlong wandering around? Pretty good.
There's the makings of a solid little film here. But David Boreanaz really chews the scenery. Not in a bad way.
I have strong feelings about Boreanaz.
But it feels like it's from a completely different film.
Yeah.
And again, it just doesn't make sense. It feels like one too many, because when you look at the Crow City of Angels, whatever, Judas,
yeah,
he was just trying to appropriate the powers of the crow. He wasn't like trying to become literally the devil. So when you add this layer where, yeah, they killed him and he's coming back for revenge, but one of them is also technically trying to become the devil. And not only that, but Tara Reid is actually successfully able to put the eyes of that girl in her head. It gets a little weird.
She puts those in her head?
She does.
What? When do you want to talk about Marcus Chong?
What do you want to talk about?
So I think he's Tommy Chong's adopted child. He was in a few things and then got real weird about the Matrix. I think he's like a real known weirdo.
Really? Is that why they cut him out of the
Well, it
sequels?
sounded like he was making weird demands. He wanted, I think, $500,000 for each movie.
That's not bad.
Sequels. But there's something else weird about it. But it seems like he's gone off the deep end.
Okay.
Since then?
He's Tommy Chong's adopted kid?
I believe so.
Did you not just hear the fucking ding?
He's basically been in no movies after this.
That's funny that you said that, because I was like, oh, is Tommy Chong in here? Marcus Chong? No, it's Marcus Chong. I didn't even put that together.
I think this is his follow-up to... He was in Panther. He's Huey Newton. Huey Lewis? Huey Newton in Panther. About the Black Panthers?
I know what it's about, but I ain't heard of it.
He's the main guy.
Oh, that's cool.
That movie's pretty good.
When
I saw it when I was like 10, 94?
Weird.
93, 94? And then he does The Matrix.
Yeah.
And then I think it's a big gap, and then he does this.
Weird.
And then it's like short films.
Have you seen his IMDb picture? It's him in one of those big, like, rattan thrones. I have a picture of myself in one. Every mixed guy does it.
Oh, that's from Panther, I think.
Oh, must be.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. It makes total sense.
Yeah.
He's okay in here.
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, God. So he goes to see Lily, and he just walks in and he goes, hell, you want to marry me? But she's not there where he thinks it is. It's Tara Reid.
Yeah. Wearing that bird mask.
Mm-hmm. And the boys come in and they start whooping on him, and they put her in a noose. Much props for not trying to rape her.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It's just a satanic ritual. No rape required. Because
one of the dudes says, I think it's the cowboy, he says something, and I'm like, oh, no. But they don't. God, it's unclear why they target them specifically.
I mean, are they? I feel like they're maybe targeting Lily, but like...
Well, Eric Boreanaz knows
Jimmy.
They
go way back.
Way back.
They were best friends?
They were on the gang together. The Chang gang.
What? Is that how they know each other?
We see them sitting on a flatbed or the back of a tailgate.
They're prison boys in that
and they're
flashback?
Smoking, yeah. They got the jumpsuits down.
I did not realize they were prison boys.
Yeah. And they're talking about Lily. Oh, she's so fine. He goes, man, nobody talk about my girl. But he snitched? Is that what happened?
Jimmy?
Yeah.
To get out or what?
Maybe because he's out and David isn't. Why do I want to call him Eric?
Because of Eric Draven.
But Eric Boreanaz, why do I want to go there all the time?
Eric Balfour?
I don't know. Harry Belafonte?
That's probably it.
Bingo. So he said something that gave me the impression that perhaps he had snitched, and he gets stitches, so, you know.
Yeah, that's why he gets his heart cut out.
Crow kind of should have thought about that. So they Tara Reid cuts out her eyeballs.
Yeah.
And then they hang her. But she seems to already be dead because she doesn't struggle.
From having the eyes cut out.
Tara Reid is holding the fakest pair of fake eyeballs I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And she does something from the book, and the eyes are hers now.
Yeah.
And she goes,
now I have the eyes of a shaman to unlock the spell. By sunup, you'll be seeing in that bitch's trap will be history.
Yes, I didn't realize that the eyes were supposedly, they went into her head.
Much like Jimmy's heart goes into Eric.
David Bananas.
Fuck it. Seriously, everybody's Eric with this guy.
Goes into Eric Bana's heart.
Bananas.
Because Jimmy goes, oh, you shouldn't have killed her, man.
You are gonna fucking die.
And he goes, nah, he ain't doing that shit.
Jimbo, you're breaking my heart.
And they, boom, kick the chair, and he's choking. And then David turns around.
Let's remain to be broken.
And stabs him in the chest. And he reaches in, and he pulls out his still beating heart. She goes, boom shakalaka, and the heart is now in him.
I find it really hard to believe that this guy would just become like a devil worshiper that wants to conjure the devil. And also that he would have a bunch of dudes that roll with him that also want to bring on the demon apocalypse.
Yeah, where do you think he stumbled upon that? He didn't seem like a D worshiper when we saw him in the flashback.
No, he seems chill.
Also, like, you're in the middle of wherever this is supposed to be, but really Salt Lake City. It's not devil country.
No, and Tara Reid, it seems like she's the one that found the spells, maybe?
It was Dennis Hopper's book.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Because he's got a brothel and a church, and he's dating and or married to Macy Gray.
Yep.
So he's a real OG.
Some people tried to be in this movie, and they stumbled. This is a poor choice, it's clear.
He really...
It's got the Macy Gray song. Did you catch that?
I didn't.
You didn't?
I don't know.
My world crumbles when you are not here.
I only know that one song.
That's the one song.
Not that one. She did a song with Common.
You don't know?
No. I also remember her from the Idlewild soundtrack. She's on a track on there.
What the fuck?
Good stuff.
This is like
Where's the Love? Is that the song she did? No, that's Black Eyed Peas.
This is like if you only know Bruce Willis from his Bruno album. You never seen any of
What
his
else
movies.
is it? He's a movie star? Holy shit.
Wait, you mean that guy from Moonlighting is in movies?
He's in Moonlighting? That'll come up later, by the way.
I try to say goodbye and I choke.
Mm-hmm.
Try to
Oh, that song.
and I
Yeah, of course.
You know the song?
Of course.
Were you fucking with me the
Of
whole
course.
time?
No, I honestly couldn't place
Yeah.
the song.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Wasn't she also in Training Day?
She was in a couple of things. She's usually like a beat up old rag. I don't know.
What?
She's full of kerosene and paint thinner. But yeah, boy, Dennis Hopper, boy, he tries to do something and it is not
It's sad. It's
good.
sad.
It's inappropriate.
It bums me out.
He's going for a real Shaggy kind of a character.
They told him to do it.
No, I think he was like, I'm going to do this. And they're like, okay. Your name's on the poster, right? Yeah. Fine. He's dead now. And David has a handful of black glitter because the heart did. And he's got 666 carved on him now.
Yep.
And she goes, oh, baby, we did it. So then they go back to their clubhouse, which has nude ladies spray painted on the wall. It is so fucking demonic.
I can't remember the clubhouse.
It's just like literally this room.
Yeah.
Like literally the basement rec room of a church or your house.
Yeah.
And there's just really terrible airbrushed graffiti. Like they don't know that you actually have to use aerosol.
Yeah.
Like a spray paint. They just use like a airbrush like you'd have on a Looney Tunes denim jacket or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's titties and another hooker.
Should we do that down here?
Yeah, we should. You should do it in black light.
Oh, nice. The kids won't even know.
Yeah.
And we'll turn out the lights.
Yeah.
And flick on the black light.
Yeah.
And there'll be tits everywhere.
Oh my God, Daddy, you read my mind.
That's so cool. I
Yeah.
feel like the dopest secret.
But so they're having a party because they're going to get devil. You remember this at all?
I hate this movie.
They laid out a tray. There's fruit. There's deviled eggs. David Boreanaz comes out with a cake. It's,
Devil's food cake?
you know it. But he lights it on fire.
Al flambeau.
He says, I believe. And like Pestilence is just cramming deviled eggs into his mouth. And War is looking a little, and Tara Reid's a little like, And Tito Ortiz is just like, And David's like, what the hell, gang? You know? Remember, Tito, when they, denied you access to their tribe? Because you were mixed? Yeah.
What are they upset about?
I think they're apparently not entirely on board with the plan anymore.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to bring the devil back?
They just committed their first 2 murders and they're just pussing out.
We didn't talk about how their cars are airbrushed with their names on them. And
Oh, God, yeah.
scenes.
Oh, so that's what they probably use for the wall. Yeah, one's got like a lowrider GMC Envoy. Another one's got like a Barracuda, maybe. I think Death's got a Monte Carlo, perhaps. It's bad.
It's not cool. Like, whoever made this movie is like, this is pretty cool. We got it's airbrushed. They're the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
So they're just feeling like, Charlie Brown after he missed that football. And David rallies the troops and they start actually having a little party and they do like a weird sped up time kind of thing.
Yeah, this is like the guy's one trick.
And they're all just dancing together and they got a balloon and they're
We don't have
eating
money for special effects.
cake.
Or props.
Or extras.
Or locations. Or extras. Or a second pass at the script.
Or like
or anything, really.
Exactly.
But listen, we can speed it up a little bit.
We've dumped a majority of the budget into casting. We got Edward Furlong for a fucking, what do they call that? They got him for a song. But then, like, right before the end, because apparently they laced the food with mescaline.
All been dusted with Lola's magical peyote mix.
They're out of it, I guess. And he goes, hey, Pestilence, go to the bar and get more mescaline. And he goes, all right. And then right before he leaves, he grabs a piece of cake. David Boreanaz says something that's supposed to be cool and demonic. And Pestilence throws a piece of cake that's in his hand at him and it hits him in the throat. So Pestilence, Jimmy, they dump their body into a refrigerator, roll it down a hill in the junkyard into a pool of liquid.
That has fires on top of it. And also, hey, there's lights under the surface.
A submerged
of the water.
car? Those are like the taillights?
Is that what's happening?
I believe so, but I'm like, how are they able to walk in it then? And the refrigerator doesn't sink to the bottom. If there's a car I mean, it looked like that, right? They're two rectangular.
I couldn't figure out why there would be lights under the water. I could not wrap my head around it.
I assume it's supposed to be a car.
So it had to have gone in there recently?
Maybe it's sunk in and the ground is filled in around it?
Like a half hour ago?
But then why would people go around and just bury cars randomly like this?
It wouldn't.
Maybe you come across one that some guy did. It makes no sense. And so to have this car, which is what I'm assuming it is based on the lights, I would even say it's a Caprice Classic, underneath this very shallow pool of kerosene.
Yeah, what?
Because they just light a match and throw it in and it starts on fire.
But why would that be at the dump? Is this where people get kerosene and it goes in dumps?
Maybe. And then they party. They go to see the priest. And I think they kill him there. And then Jimmy bursts out of the refrigerator. He doesn't really burst. It just opens and he comes out.
Yeah, it's not as funny as I thought it'd be.
It's like a gender reveal party of some sort.
I was so excited when you told me about it. It sounded so funny. Then when I finally got to see it, I was like, all right, it was better in my head.
Because I think I always viewed the resurrection in Crow City of Angels and how incredibly idiotic that is.
Yeah.
Of him bursting out the water. I think I project that just infinitely through time. I'm expecting this Crow reboot to have him do that coming out of the coffin.
Oh, boy.
And I just felt like that would be appropriate coming out of a refrigerator.
But it didn't happen.
It didn't.
I also thought, like, Edward Furlong was a lot fatter in this movie. For some reason, he was fat in my brain.
Lithe.
He's fine, except for I think his face gets a little swollen from drinking, maybe. It's crazy the transformation when he becomes the Crow, but we'll get there.
He comes out of the thing and he's in his suit and it's ashen. Now, they did light the refrigerator on fire, of course, but it was closed. So I wouldn't imagine your clothes would be ashen.
No.
But then also I'm like, wait, did they foolishly think that it's a refrigerator, so maybe he's covered in frost? Even though it's just in the middle of a junkyard and obviously not plugged into a power source. Hard to say.
That's pretty good.
Because he's not burned at all.
No.
And his clothes really aren't ruined. They just have a soot of some sort covered in them. So he comes out and he goes, oh no, I'm the Crow. And he looks at himself in a toaster. And he goes, what am I, man? Am I alive, man?
Oh, God, I hate these crows.
So he picks up the gal and he walks all the way back to town. Now, here's what I'm thinking. Manny, her brother, doesn't like him, knows he's going to see her, sees a ring. He's going to try to propose to her. He just gets into his car and drives away. I would expect that he would actually be camped out there, if not follow him in.
Yeah.
To be like a real dick about it.
And it doesn't seem like there's anything going on in this town, so you could pretty much just watch Edward Furlong.
And instead, he doesn't, and so they're murdered.
Yeah. And
now Eddie Furr is just walking through the town. What do you got going on there?
It's falling on me.
Loves you.
What'd you do?
You need a sandbag. Why do you have so many balloons laying around? Was it somebody's birthday?
Yeah.
Yours?
Max's.
Oh.
It was his birthday during the blackout.
So he lays her down on her bed, which is apparently just behind a carton of beads in this general store. And, they do a thing where it's a flashback, very similarly filmed to the original movie. It's bathed in red. Remember that when he's kissing on her?
Yeah.
Right? And they do that here. He finds David Boreanaz' coat because when they went through to kill him, he threw it on the coat rack and apparently left without it. Kind of a crucial thing you'd want to remember, not leaving your jacket at your murder crime scene.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't care. He's going to be the devil.
I guess, but even still,
hours.
Due process, man. So he picks up the coat and then he decides to go home and he starts having flashbacks to their time together. And he sees a picture of them that they took at some sort of previous Crow Raven Fest.
Raven dance.
Because he's got the lines on his face, but not on his mouth.
Nope.
And he goes, that's it. I know what I got to do. He doesn't put on white makeup, but he is very white thereafter. He takes a Sharpie and he draws the lines on his eyeballs and apparently around his lips too.
Does he doesn't put white on his face?
No, he doesn't.
Pale.
He looks super pale when he comes out. I noticed that. I'm like, what the hell?
So, they put white on him, but he doesn't do it?
No.
When he comes out dressed as the Crow.
I thought that was badass.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. And the crow lands on him. It doesn't land in a cool way.
Wow.
I was like, man, he's actually all right.
Really?
Now the movie is going to get good.
Seriously?
I did.
Wow.
You thought it looked stupid.
I said, look at this chubby little lady walking towards us. This not entirely unattractive, chubby little lady. His pale skin and that stupid hair of his and that outfit and that look he's doing. He just looks kind of like a goth chick.
He's very goth. That's an odd facet to carry through all of these movies.
Why does he look so feminine as soon as he like
Or what is he,
up?
like 5'6"?
I think he is a little guy.
His hair isn't feathered, but it is a little Bon Jovi-ish.
Yeah, it's like a Pat Benatar.
It is. And he's just a little cute cherub boy, you know? You want to see him run around in a diaper with a
You thought he
bow and arrow.
Cool. I
thought it was kind of cool.
Oh, wow. This is like the least cool crow of them all. And that last guy was real uncool.
So here's the thing. When he starts the fire in his trailer, they do a really tight close-up of the pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
That's on fire. We see nothing else burn. So clearly they could not do that. They were like, we can't have a controlled burn on the set. We're going to blow up this trailer, but an interior burning, we can't do that.
Does that trailer like super duper explode?
Super duper. Because he's got a can of gas.
Like regular gasoline?
Gasoline.
Is that gasoline?
But is it maybe the walls are made of C4, possibly?
Well, he does have a...
And there's an electrical charge?
He has a gas stove, but I'm like, why doesn't he just turn on the gas in the stove and leave the door open like you would do in a movie?
Why do you...
And then click a match. Or, if he's going to use gasoline... Why doesn't he say, is that gasoline I smell? Cash it in there.
Get out of here!
Or he could have opened it, sniffed it, and been like, that smells like gasoline. I don't know.
Will you Iggy Pop call me Crow Dick? I was editing, and it's so funny when you do
It's funny that you say that, because I don't remember what I was doing.
Get out of here, Crow Dick! Something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Get out of here, Crow! No, that's not it. That's a cowboy.
Fuck you, bird dick!
We're closed!
Serato!
I can call that out.
Was it Serato?
Serato is masculine. Serata is feminine.
House explodes. He's the crow. He immediately goes to the bar where Pestilence is getting drunk.
It's the dopest shootout karate moves.
It's called the Crow's
Nest?
No. Maybe it's not even called that. The Bug Pit? Something weird. Because they got all these bug zappers up.
The Black Moth.
The Black Moth Club.
Oh, yeah.
And so Pestilence is waiting for mescaline.
Is there tits in this movie?
Yes.
Maybe at Dennis Hopper's super cool place?
Honestly, maybe not. I'm a little disappointed that I can't say definitively.
There definitively are no breastises.
I'm going to go with no, and I'll find out. So he's pushing the guy against the bug zapper, and he's bleh. And he goes, oh man, I thought we killed you, like they do. And he goes, no, I don't know what I am. The bartender gets into the mix with a gun. He throws him through a table, and then he, zaps him a little bit more, and he breaks Pestilence's neck. So then they kill the priest.
They kill some other people at that party, too.
That's the Raven.
Damon John
Comes by, eating a sandwich, picks up Lily, because the brother finds her body. Oh, Jimmy's at it again, and he calls Danny Trejo, Machete, who's like, oh, we gonna kill him. He says, how's he say? Oh, we're gonna kill him. I can't do him.
No, you can't.
and
Hey, Edward Furlong.
They kill the preacher because he killed David Boreanaz' dad.
And then they go around and kill the other people at the wedding, but not very many of them?
No. Ward's like, no witnesses, Holmes, And he goes, I've had my fill. You do it. Because he's a bitch.
Yeah.
And so Ward just, starts blasting on dudes, except for the wife. They go, leave the wife. She's going to be upset. That's her punishment. They go to the Raven, where their plan is for Tito Ortiz to dress up in baseball catcher paraphernalia.
Yeah, I thought he was going to bash everybody's head in with that bat.
No.
He just trashes the place?
He's hitting tables. He's hitting decorations.
Does he bust up the DJ booth?
He may.
That might just be in my head.
And then War is cowering behind a table with a silenced rifle of some sort.
Why he hiding?
I don't know. It's unclear. Maybe he doesn't want people to know that he's shooting them. So, God, they do. They just start shooting on people. The Crow comes in.
They kill a lot of people in there.
They do. The Crow comes in. He bashes Tito Ortiz with a baseball bat. They do a baseball bat fight, briefly. And he hits him once, and he must just completely shatter his membrane when he hits him, because he's apparently dead.
His membrane?
It's the kind of thing where it's a requisite that you kill all of these guys.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to make sure. Plus, we also don't see him in a crow. He's supposed to be surrounded by blood, fire, glass.
It's such a bummer that these kills are so lame.
Because they see pestilence in a crow. A burned one, but it's like flickering out already. It doesn't burn around him or isn't actively burning.
It's kind of like Edward Furlong's just like wandering around fighting people a little bit.
Kinda.
This is not cool.
No. So yeah, he goes to this thing and they're all there.
He also does not seem like he's been enhanced by the crow. He's not stronger.
He's not cool either.
Higher.
He does a little bit. But, David Boreanaz is like, oh man, what are you doing here? I thought you were dead. He goes, you owe me 2 souls and 2 blue eyes or some shit he keeps saying. Edward Furlong.
Oh, yeah, wedding speeches.
Better eulogies.
And he goes, oh man, that's whack. And he tries to punch Tara Reid, but David catches his hand.
Watch out, Jimmy. He's not the same man he used to be.
And he throws him across the room.
And she's like, yeah, we got the power from your heart. He's a Superman.
Yeah, and she goes, hey, he's the crow. TM. Kill the crow. And so David Boreanaz throws a, what do they call it? Tomahawk at it. And oh no, he's dead. And Jimmy Quavo is hurt now.
Dude, it'd be cool to have some tomahawks. Like to be good with them. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can we walk around town with tomahawks?
You seen that movie Prey?
And everybody will know we're awesome. Which Prey?
The Predator movie?
Yeah.
She attaches it to a rope.
Yeah, she's cool. What's your problem, dude?
I don't know, dude. Because it's all different now. It used to be over here.
Yeah.
Now it's over here.
Yeah.
And so now they're whooping on Jimmy. He's shooting on him. He's getting shot.
Jim Crow?
Jim Crow. She's like, I got to use a spell. And she does it. And a big ornament falls from the ceiling. People are covered in sheets and war is just blasting on regular folk. And a child emerges in front of him. And he's about to blast on him, but Jimmy's back in town. And he grabs the kid and goes under the sheet. And they leave then.
That sheet shit is not cool. Like,
war.
Wouldn't you want that sheet thing to be like more disorienting and more filling of the frame and like, just strange looking, not just a pulled back shot where you see the sheets wiggling and there's bullet holes in some of them?
Yeah, I'm going to venture to guess that they couldn't orchestrate or afford wiring a bunch of people up with squibs.
Right.
So they were like, just put a bunch of pillows. When I was a kid and I wanted to sneak out.
They don't have the extras.
No.
They got like 2 guys.
They got like 2 guys, yeah. And neither of them are Brad Pitt.
And this guy cannot do anything creative with the shots whatsoever throughout the whole movie.
No, and finding out that he did 6 String Samurai, it's very disheartening to think that this is what he was able to cash it in for.
Well, I mean, people, I guess the last one was more, I don't know, they got Kirsten Dunst. I don't know what to say about people choosing to be in these. I'm confused. I guess this one's more of a kind of collection of losers. I mean, it is. Listen, God bless David Boreanaz.
Sure.
He's the best part of this movie. And I will fucking die on that hill. He's the best performance, hands down. And watching this piece of shit, I kept thinking about how amazing it is that he did like 500 episodes of Bones. And the year that Bones ended, he ended up on SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Like
now.
another 200 episodes of that.
Yeah.
Like he's basically just been printing money for the last 20 years. I think the whole point of him being in SEAL Team 6 was, did Joe Manganiello, I think, got hurt right before they started filming it? And they're like, fuck David Boreanaz.
I mean, if it was going to be on Fox on TV, it might as well be.
Is SEAL Team 6 on Fox? I don't
Pretty
think
sure.
It's on Fox.
Is it not?
Nah, I think it's on like A&E or something.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's on a weird channel.
That's what it's called?
I think so.
SEAL 6 Team is a movie. SEAL 6 show. It's not just called 6?
I don't know.
Let's see here. I don't think this is it.
Type in SEAL Team David Boreanaz.
David. Comes up second. Movies and TV shows. SEAL Team
6.
No, just SEAL
It's
Team.
called SEAL Team?
Mm-hmm. There's 6 seasons. Jesus Christ.
Went from one long-running show to another.
Originally, seasons 1 through 5A were on CBS.
Really?
And season 5B through 6, I guess, was Paramount Plus.
Rad, bro.
You made it.
Fuck yeah.
Our boy made it.
It's for the dads.
So, man, they then...
You know, he's not Bones.
Yeah.
The girl is Bones.
He bones her.
Yeah.
But he ain't Bones.
They make a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Zooey Deschanel's older sister or younger sister.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the baby was Zooey Deschanel.
That's right.
Yeah, it is her.
Could you tell how
older
quirky
sister?
it was?
Yeah.
Kate Mara and Rooney Mara.
Yeah. God. All them Hemsworth boys.
Okay, so the movie's over. And they're in the sheets. He saves that little
Basically,
boy.
they're like, we got to go to see Dennis Hopper.
Does he kill anybody there? He doesn't kill any of
The
his
Crow?
enemies?
No. I mean, he beats David Ortiz in the face once
yeah.
with a bat, and apparently he's dead.
Okay, yep. So we did get rid of one guy.
Boreanaz and Reid, get out of there. They vamoose.
Tara Reid's just his girlfriend. She's not even a horseman.
No, she's his, again, later on, no, when they're killing the girl, she's doing that eye thing. Oh, she's got such pretty eyes. I always thought you had the best eyes when we were in high school. It's like, what's with the Crow and women with eye problems?
I mean...
They always be about the eyes.
I mean, they're just taking things from the first movie.
The second movie, she cut out her eyes. They are.
But that's not like James O'Barr stuff. They're just like, what can we build off of from the first movie? Trick-or-treaters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of which there are none in here.
Good, though.
There are children throwing things at one another. And actually, some of those kids were white and some of them were native. So I'm wondering if it was like a race war.
Oh, yeah.
Kids playing race war.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's what they like to play.
So they go to see Dennis Hopper, who has a brothel in a derelict church.
Now, this is like 5 to 7 years before he dies. I thought this was in the last little run, but he still does Land of the Dead 5 years later.
And
which is terrible. Terrible movie. Some people like that. I think it's terrible.
The book was his. She stole it from him.
He was her pimp.
Or something.
I'm pretty sure he turned her out.
He did, but I'm wondering, did he adopt her and then put her in the service, or is she just some chick?
I think she's just some chick he took in and exploited her.
Yeah. And he knows their plan, and apparently he's on board with it.
You got any Dennis Hopper quotes you want to drop our way? What do you got?
Yeah. I'll fuck anything that moves! That was loud.
Nah, from this movie.
Oh, no. He goes, hey, the OG, and hey, SA, and he's doing like a real South Central Los Angeles gangster thing.
I've been to jail. I'm just one of you.
Well, there's no deeper shit than the kind we're in right now. I'll tell you that.
I can say whatever I want.
I got to pass.
Yep.
You see my girlfriend? She's black. Right.
Macy Gray.
Uh-huh.
This is what she had that album, and now she is here with me.
She's like 50? She was older when now she's older, but when she got popular, she was like older.
Really?
Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that, but
not that there's anything wrong.
I want to say she was like in her 40s or something when she was popular.
Okay.
And you're like, ugh.
I mean, she just had that one song, as far as I know.
So the Crow shows up and War is outside attaching road flares to himself.
It's not dynamite?
They're supposed to be dynamite. He's got a timer on his ankle.
Why
it's unclear what the hell he's going to do.
Why is he a man bomb?
Who is he suicide bombing?
I don't know.
So Edward Furlong shows up.
He's doing it for a long time, too.
Yeah. And the Denny Trejo and Manny and the other guys,
they're all
posse.
They're there to kill Jimmy, right?
They are.
They're trying to hunt Jimmy down.
Because they think he killed Lily.
Has he already implanted his memories in the brother?
He must have.
He
must have.
30 hours of pain.
Yeah. 4 minutes of uncomfortable, tumultuous, hangings. But
this is every time your sister and I made love.
He must. Can
you feel her?
Where would that be?
Can you feel what it's like to be inside your sister?
Maybe it was at the Raven.
Is that how the Crow powers work?
Yeah.
I think so.
So he gets into some sort of a scuffle with War. Everybody's shooting at them. And apparently, while he's fighting War, who also has a gun and is just firing erratically, he's shooting people inside the church.
The War?
Yeah. He shoots Macy Gray.
Yeah.
With just a stray bullet. I think Tara Reid gets winged.
And Dennis Hopper's like, fuck!
David Boreanaz gets shot. Dennis Hopper gets shot. They're going to kill Damon Johns, because he's a virgin.
An old virgin.
He gets shot by a stray... Everybody's just getting murdered by war outside, who's inadvertently killing all of them. So then the posse starts shooting, and Jimmy goes into the church, and Tara Reid's like, hey, we got to have sex before the sun comes up. Otherwise, it won't do anything. But also, there's a line about even if he becomes the devil, it's only going to last for like a week or two. She goes, what are you going to do when you're here? Or whatever. Or now that you're here in a limited amount of time. He goes, well, I'm going to bring about the apocalypse, girl. And she's like, oh, what? I didn't sign up for it. It's like, he's the devil.
Did you like it when he would have the devil voice now and then?
They'd slow it down and multi-layer it.
Yeah.
I'm here to party.
Wow, that guy's the devil.
Mm-hmm. I believe that shit.
Yeah, man.
You know, and everybody's dead. And he is the devil now, but he still needs to have sex with Tara Reid.
If the sun comes up and the spell's done, you're just gonna be a worthless punk, and I'm just gonna be a piece of white trash.
Which I think she's making up just to get some dick.
That could be.
Otherwise...
He's been so busy with this trying to become the devil.
Yeah.
That she's never getting any.
And the devil is not just having sex with the first person he sees because he's like, oh yeah, I'm the devil.
Edward Furlong. I like your makeup.
Oh,
come here, boy. And so he stabs Eddie Fur with the frankincense and myrrh things.
Oh, okay.
You know those tassels? And they swing them.
Yeah. Is that what he gets them with?
I think so. It's like, I don't know. And then he crucifies him as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
So him and Tara Reid go off.
Fuck, I thought we were already at the end, but now we got a minute left.
He blows up war and survives, even though the crow was effectively dead and wrapped up-ish.
Hanging like a marionette.
Hanging on by a thread, living on a prayer.
Ooh.
And him and David and Tara go off to fornicate, and the cop posse show up, and the man, he's like, no, Dad, he's cool, man. He's the crow, man. He's cool. You know?
I saw the truth.
I saw it. He showed it to me in a sepia tone, recollection segment.
I know what it's like to make love to my own sister now.
Yeah, it's weird, but I liked it.
I can feel it.
Yeah. I could feel it. And he goes, oh, I don't know. And then Edward Furlong is like, oh, I'm alive. But the crow's dying and you got to resuscitate it or whatever.
And Damon John's like, can you put those feelings in my head? I've never been with a woman before.
And also, can you bring me back to life because I'm dead?
Shark Tank.
Manny goes, Danny Trejo, man.
Do the thing.
You got to do the crow dance.
They'll think I was a fool. They already do. Show them how fools dance.
Did you kind of forget about Danny Trejo's giant chest tattoo?
No, he also has a fake tattoo for Lily. It's a Save Lily or something weird on his belly.
Why would that be there? But did he just get it after she died and before the crow dance?
Maybe he had a premonition and knew that it would come in handy. I don't know. And so he takes off his shirt, and God bless him, but he reveals his 60-year-old man titties.
Yeah.
And in lieu of any sort of ceremonial dance, he just starts shaking. Bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
Like he's on a fucking carousel outside of Benjamin Franklin's store.
The other guys are doing it too, though.
Kinda. They're kind of just like, one guy's like, look at them titties. But they're doing that thing where they're multi-layering the footage. So he's like 3 different versions of himself fractured.
Yeah.
And I think they're playing ethnic music. And the crow, he goes, oh shit, I'm back to life.
Thank you.
Them some hot moves.
Thank you.
Yeah. You just got to cut a fucking rug over here.
I got to get out of here.
I got to go away now. Oh, bye-bye.
Serrano.
and so David's about to give it to Tara, and Jimmy rolls in, and he goes, oh, man. He even says something like, I was about to have my prince crowned or something. And he does a DX crotch chop kind of
X
motion.
going to give it to you. X going to give it to you.
And she's like, honey, we got to consummate this. And he goes, shut up. I'm going to fight Jimmy over here. And they start throwing each other around through cacti.
Not cool.
And totems.
Is it? Wait. This is the battle we've been waiting for the whole movie?
Mm-hmm.
It's finally awesome.
Yeah, it's poorly framed. It's imperceptible. It's stupid. And the sun comes up because you don't want to let the sun go down on you.
No.
The daughter's okay. Oh, I'm here all night, folks. Unfortunately, slave to this.
Are you going to be here all night?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so what happens then? He flips David onto an exposed shard of totem and stabs through his chest, and he dies. And
why doesn't he have full devil power? Why did that kill him? Because he didn't fuck Tara Reid yet?
Because the sun's up.
Oh.
So I guess he's just normal man now, maybe? And Tara Reid, she's bleeding from the eyeballs. She's trying to find a spell to do something.
Shouldn't she, like, explode or something?
She puts on her sunglasses. I was really hoping her head would
explode.
Yeah, I was really hoping that the eyes would just pop out.
Doesn't she just drive away?
No, they arrest her. Danny Trejo is about to kill her, and Manny goes, "No, Dad. She's going to pay for her crimes."
I don't think I remember the end of this that well.
Yeah. Well, good news, because that's the end.
Oh, thank God.
Except,
we
get a little sequence with Jimmy and Lily.
Oh, wait, they're together in the afterlife?
Yeah. And then it's over.
There was like one or two good like fantasy shots that I vaguely remember. Like Jimmy would like remember something or have like a terrible nightmare version of something with Lily, and he'd be like, "Oh, this looks nice." I mean, it's just shot on location wherever they found these trees, but it looks nice.
If they would, because Salvation was hampered by its budget. This movie is just destroyed by its budget. And you got to feel bad for the actors involved. They're doing that party scene, let's say. And you show up to a basement like this, and you see the spray paint on the wall, and there's just a tray full of fruit and deviled eggs. And you're supposed to flambe a cake, and you just light a candle on it. And
David Boreanaz is like, "I was Angel. Man,
I gotta turn this shit around.
God, if that Valentine hadn't tanked, I wouldn't be here."
He goes, "I got a bone to pick."
What if?
And he has a revelation, and he writes, produces, and show runs several successful seasons of Bones, as the character Bones.
There's... every time we watch one of these Crow movies, it's like, all right, if I could just pick pieces from each one of these sequels, I could maybe make a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have some okay locations in this one that look like the real world, and a bunch of locations that look horrible, but like some good sets, a little bit, nature. The last movie at least looked like a city, but like you said, it's clearly the industrial part of town.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie before that, with all the money, the one with all the money, looks like it was filmed in a cardboard box.
I mean, it's no surprise because this is the template for direct-to-video sequels that they follow to this day. Oh, Rock's in Walking Tall. Well, we can't get The Rock for Walking Tall 2.
Let's
get Kevin Sorbo.
Was he in Walking Tall too?
He's in one of them.
God's Not Dead.
And then let's get Dolph Ziggler or some shit. It's just what do they call that? The law of diminishing returns.
Yeah.
When people are searching, dollar movie bins or red boxes.
Oh shit, new Crow movie.
Oh fuck, I didn't see Wicked Prayer.
Man, check it out. That's the kid from Terminator 2.
I fucking love T2. I'm getting this.
Oh yeah.
God, I wonder if anybody still makes money off this movie. Probably just the guy that produced it, Damon Johns.
I don't know. I think he probably lost all of his money.
He's a shark.
No, I mean...
Off this? Yeah. I mean, maybe there's like a market in like Bosnia or some shit.
I don't know. This is a bad one. I liked that it was... I feel like Wicked Prayer is like 5.8 on IMDb, and then this one's like 3 or something like that.
This is Wicked Prayer.
The previous one had like a 5 point something on IMDb, and this one had a drop to like 3.
Oh, of course. It's very rare. I think it's Universal Soldier 4 or 5 that people look to as kind of being the best Universal Soldier. It's when they got Dolph and Van Damme back together. And I think Dolph might have directed it.
That's the one people like?
Yeah.
I've heard that.
It's super dark.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Super duper dark.
Grillo isn't in it?
No, Grillo is not in it because his name is Grillo.
Because Catherine Keener is not in this movie.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's fine. At times, it's sort of better than Salvation. Oddly enough, I think Edward Furlong is somehow more palatable than Eric Mabius. Maybe it's just because he's not put in any scenes where he's actually trying to be badass. Eric Mabius is totally not badass, but he's in a ton of those scenes.
Yeah. Okay, so yes. I think Edward Furlong as the human boy is good. Like, actually good. Edward Furlong as the Crow, not good. Eric Mabius as the Crow irritatingly cocky bad.
Yes.
But at least he still got to do some rad kills that are not actually rad, but compared to this are super rad.
Yeah.
This movie's just, it is slightly better than the previous one, but it's also way worse than other times.
Look, this movie's unfortunately bad. It's nobody's fault.
What? Why are you so nice?
It's
everybody's fault. Yeah.
It's Damon Johns' fault.
Yeah.
If he'd have put up some of that shark money, not that Sharknado money, because he's in those too.
It's the director's fault. It's the writer's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you give The Crow Wicked Prayer? What is that even?
I give it a 3.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. David Boreanaz is at least fun.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem super fake. He knows he's in something stupid. Yeah, he's giving it his big bad. All right, this is my chance to be the big bad.
Especially because Dennis Hopper isn't doing anything.
He's awful,
remarkable, or kooky.
Macy Gray's not great.
No.
Danny Trejo's not great.
No, the cowboy actor guy, he's okay, but
cowboy who?
I can't really understand him sometimes.
What are you talking about?
The cowboy.
What cowboy?
The pestilence.
Oh.
He got like a fake cowboy gun.
Yeah.
And sheriff's badge.
Yeah.
He keeps talking like a deer.
Yeah.
I give the movie a 3 as well.
What do you give Eddie Furr?
Eddie Furr. Bless his heart, I'm going to give him a 6. No, I'm going to give him a 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a 5.
Yeah.
He's trying, and like you said, and I'm saying now, which overrides when you said it.
Yep.
Oh, I'd watch a Jimmy Cuervo movie.
I mean,
trying to get his shit together, riding around on a lowrider with the bag full of scorps. We got a fucking Wes Anderson, Napoleon Dynamite movie on our hands right there.
This made me want to watch 3 Blind Mice, which came out like a year or 2 before this. Still when Edward Furlong was like an actor before he was off the deep end. Yeah, so 5. We each give Eddie a 5.
Yeah.
What do you give Boreanaz? I'll give him a dick swinging 7.
I knew you were going to. I'm going to give him a 6.5.
Okay, man. Yeah, this movie sucks.
The material's terrible.
Don't watch this movie.
Yeah,
you weren't gonna. The people that have.
I saw it voluntarily.
Yeah, you watched it, and then you watched it again.
It might be my 3rd, knowing me as a kid.
Cal, you gotta watch this.
Although 2005, I would have been like
an adult,
24,
just a few years away from meeting me.
Yeah. Flip flop of my age right now.
What?
Yeah, I would have been about 24, and I'm 42.
42.
I'm gonna be dead soon, Jason.
I know, me too.
Well, it's going to be a murder-suicide. It's just the question is, who's on which end?
Let's burn this house.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go ahead and... Wait, do you want to say anything else?
No, I want to say absolutely nothing more.
You can find us on Instagram, Reddit, YouTube, Facebook. We Doing Filmographies. You can find us on Twitter, Doing Filmographies. You can email us at wedowingfilmographies@gmail.com. Go ahead and give us a call at 763-634-1897. Will you be the first one to call? 763-634-1897. Well, the show will have already been on for a year and a half. Will you be the first one to call the number?
Yeah.
Who's read the book? Jules?
I thought about getting some of the old comics again, but then I didn't.
Yeah. Well, read all the books and all the comics, and then we'll do an extra episode on The Crow.
And we'll be back next week after we watch the entire TV series.
Oh.
For The Crow.
Oh, Mark Dacascos. No. All right. We'll see you. Wouldn't want to be you. Actually, your life is probably good. Can we be you for a day?
Please.
Come over. Let me sleep in your bed.
Let me wear your skin. It's like the Steven Seagal movie where he's in Alaska.
And if they're here, they're just people.
Well, I mean, they're just people in general, regardless of where they are, Jason.
Right, but I'm